Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. If you're watching these as they come out, then the update hasn't arrived. Yes, the 0.40, which is what I'm kind of assuming it is, or it's going to be, because the stable branch is on 0.38, the experimental branch is on 0.39.03, I think. We're just going to drop off the top of our house. And yeah, so we're kind of stuck at the moment. We have our current home island, which is lovely. Don't get me wrong, we've built a lot of stuff here. We have our house, which is a bit of a long house. We've got a tool area, which we never really used. We ended up going for the throw stuff all over the beach pattern of storage. Our bed turned into a sleeping bag, and yeah, so a lot of things have happened in early access. It's not as if the game is completely dormant. Our fruit and everything does need to be watered, so what I thought we could do for the time being is water the plants. So we'll do that at the moment. Then we will load up the raft, and then we will go on a journey into somewhere to get some building materials, and we'll come back and see if we can just add some bits to our house. That would be lovely. Now, the reason I'm thinking we should probably do that, let's drop this down, is because we don't know when the next update is coming out. Yes, so Beam Team have said, I can't remember if it's Sam or Ben, I think it was Sam in the forums, said, hey, the update's going to be coming out probably the end of this week. And now that was 2 weeks ago, nearly 2 weeks ago. And there could have been, anything could have happened. Anything could happen in the next half hour. Especially if a showstopper bug turned up and they were like, oh no, something's happened and we cannot possibly, we're going to drown. Let's get off that. We're actually tippity top full of water and stuff, so we'll just fill all this up. Fine, drop that down. Yeah, anything could have happened. In making or modifying a bit of software, you find that sometimes things happen that are unexpected, or things might have happened in real life, so we don't really know. What I would like from Beam Team is a little bit more activity in the old Twitter feed. I think that would be lovely. A nice gesture on their part, because, well, it just would. It just would. So last time we updated our raft, we threw on, that's not a raft, we threw on some extra bits and pieces. We're going to try and not burn to death. And for the reason is, well, one of the reasons we need to update the map is we don't have any aloe on this, in this world. It's 44.2 degrees Celsius, which is a little toasty. The world is apparently on fire. The UV is very high, and it's 56 in the morning. Nice. Now, I've been watching a lot of Sea of Thieves videos at the moment, and the sea in Sea of Thieves is actually really well done. It's quite pretty. It's very pretty. What do we need? We're not going to need certain things, so hopefully some of these will be. We can just empty these. Let's empty some of these. Yeah, let's just throw them on the beach, maybe. We could do that. We could do that. Totes do that. We've got a load of arrows we don't actually have. So I'll tell you what, let us just empty some of these things and throw them in the camp, in the little base. Then we'll come back and then we'll bail from there. Fine. So yeah, Sea of Thieves. Oh, if Stranded Deep into Sea of Thieves ever had a baby, that'd be like illegal for a start. But if they ever did, it'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant. I think the sea is a bit too cartoony, and Stranded Deep Sea is much more realistic in terms of, hey, I live next to the sea, and, well, we got a load of corrugated scraps. We could probably make more farms. Oh, how much corrugated scrap do we need? I don't know. There's so much of it. The reason I'm ducking under here is because I don't want to get fried by the sun. The hot sun. Being Australian developers, they have set it to Australia levels of madness as far as the sun goes, which means it's trying to burn you constantly. The sun is not your friend; it is your enemy. Right now, everything is dumped on the beach. Our food is tippity top. Everything is healthy, and it's 11 in the afternoon. We're going to pick a direction. We're going to sail in it. Nice. Yeah, if you're keeping up with the main channel. If you ever go to the main channel page for this channel, why wouldn't you? You know, there's a vlog, and there's a car vlog, because I bought a car, and it's a car. You should totally check it out. It's only like a few minutes. But the thing is, I've been driving around in real life after watching these videos, talking like a pirate. And I can do it because I'm British, and a lot of pirates were Spanish and Portuguese. But some were British, and some came from Bristol. Ooh, this is something I'm not going to miss. Just like islands where the old world just suddenly drops away. Now, where do we want to go? Oh my god, that's so loud! I was surprised by how loud this is. I'm turning it down on my headphones. I'm going to go deaf. So, and it's steering for us. What? Why is it steering? Yeah, so I was like, "Yar, mateys, you'll be getting in my way in my car. Yeah, little..." I was calling people rude names as well. And they didn't seem too enthusiastic. I was also pushing a load of buttons, and the buttons were making the car do weird things, like turn the radar on, and I was just like, "Hey, the car's got radar? Why does it have radar?" And then the car was like, "Hello, missiles are armed." And I was like, "Jeez, I don't want to be firing my missiles. Not at these scurvy ski dogs. Not today, anyway." So yeah, we're coming up on this. People didn't. So I was reading. People didn't talk pirate, as in like traditional pirate. What they spoke would have been. Oh dear, this is not good. I think there's a shark around here as well. Or there might be a shark around here. Let us not dally. Yeah, they would have spoken British, just normal British, which would have been British with a West Country accent, because a lot of people about that time, especially Shakespearean, like true Shakespearean, would have been spoken with a West Country accent. And it's like, oh, okay, that's fine. So what's a West Country accent sound like? It kind of sounds like a little... No, that's Irish. Oh god, what does a West Country accent sound like? Stand up for a moment. Let's check we're not on fire. We are still healthy. Our arm's a little bit pink, but that's fine. So we're back here. This is a lovely island. Let's get some resources. But before we get resources, we could always have a little trip out to there. What's the food and water sitch like? Yeah, it's okay. We have an axe. It's good. West Country. Well, it sounds like pirate, actually. It sounds... Well, it's a Bristolian accent. It's like, "Yar, Jim lad, I be popping down to the shops to get myself some fish and chips. Arr, Mary Poppins cup of tea. My hearties." Oh god. Oh god. Oh dear lord. I don't know what I'm doing. My boat here, she's gone and sunk herself into the sand. It's a little bit of quicksand here. I be believing that be the case. It be. Yar. Yeah, we can actually see into the sea now. That's a nice thing. And there should be a black-tip reef shark sort of tooling around somewhere. It might be worth going and hopping onto the other side of this island just to see if the other shark has respawned. You know, the shark with the teeth, and it goes, "Grr, I'm a shark." We got one of 4. We could actually just pop these straight into the raft while we're here. These kind of moved around a little bit as we were traveling. We've just gone and put that in there. We don't want that in there. Okay, fine. It is a delightful island. I really do like this island. So if you are at the end of the game, as in, "Hey, I've explored all the islands, no? Go and make yourself an island. Hop into the map maker. Hop into the map maker and go and make yourself a delightful island paradise. And just throw in a bunch of stuff, and it's, you know, it's pretty damn cool. In fact, what we could do while we're here is hop into the woodland. Nice. And find ourselves... Ah, there it is. Find ourselves a camp, and we can save. Because if anything happens, not like, "Oh, I've got to get eaten by sharks and then my face is going to disappear." We don't have a projectile weapon. Huh, okay, right. Well, we don't have a projectile weapon, that's the thing. Let's see if Mr. Sharks is back. That's a stingray. Stingray has now morphed into the land. I don't hear anything, but then I did turn my headphones all the way down. All the way down. All the way down. Where are ya? Where are you, my darling? I don't be seeing you. I know there's one supposed to be here somewhere. She be spawning underneath that boy there. Yeah, Yeah, so the shark was meant to spawn there. It has, and we've taken it out at least once before. Maybe even twice. No! Sunburn! Go away! Oh, sunburn. That was the beeping of the watch. That was the beeping of the watch, and I was a bit worried that something was going to happen, and I made myself jump. That's terrible. We're not a professional. We're not professionals. So, yeah, so I wonder where that went. Or whether it even will respawn, because it should be using the old respawn mechanic, which is a flag in the save game file as far as I know, and I don't believe that the save game changes to the save game are recursive. Let's go and hop into the trees for a moment and watch all our food and water disappear as we are sunburned. I don't believe we can... Let's do this. I don't believe we can do the thing that makes us do the thing. We can have some koala fruit though. So I get some food back. But no water. Oh, that's interesting. Does fruit not give us water anymore? That's an interesting change. Why would fruit not give you any water? The sun is... It's getting a little lower in the sky. At least on this build we can still eat coconuts. So that's a nice thing. Let us get some resources. It's probably going to be more efficient if we chop down a tree, you know. We can do that, or we can chop down these little trees, these small pine trees. If you're building an island, just toss in a load of smaller plants, like the pine trees, and these little shrubs and stuff, because all the detail will merge together and make for a very varied and interesting environment. So that's the thing. We've got to keep an eye on our food and water, which is... Okay, so we're not sunburnt anymore because we're in the shadows. I do like the fact that we can actually just hop into the woods. What? What? Why can we still hit that? What? What? It was a pine tree and it was underground. What? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Right, okay, so we've got some wood. So we're just gathering materials in case we need to be here in another episode and there's still not an update, and it's like, oh no, there's not been an update. So we can carry on and make more stuff. So we're just literally going through the island, nicking its resources. We are stealing all the resources and turning them into what will be housing. The sea is calm. It is gentle. I think one of the things that I did notice in Sea of Thieves, which doesn't happen so much with Stranded Deep, is the addition of sprites to the top of waves. So where you get like a white cap or a white horse, what they've done is they've added some sprites to the top to have like sea foam sort of separating from the actual water itself, and that doesn't happen here. So that might be an interesting addition for days when the wind is blowing a little stronger, I guess. That'd be a cool thing. We are standing up to our pants in water, so let's not do that. Pants being a British term, so what would the American term be? Trousers. No, we are literally up to our underwear in water, or were up to our underwear in water. Had we not carried on and discussed the finer points of water underwear ratios. Good. So we're just gathering the woods, keeping an eye on our water and food, which is water is actually pretty far down. It's still 42 degrees at 4:30 in the afternoon, and it's getting dark already. Well, the sun is setting in the sky. I actually really like this map. This is one of the later ones that we built with the 3 rivers. This took a while. It took nowhere near as long as New Home Island to build, but yeah, I like it. I liked it. So sticks everywhere, all in our pack they go. Well, we can always get some corrugated scrap. I don't think we're going to need the corrugated scrap as such. Are we going to need any clay? Oh, we don't have a pickaxe. No pickaxe for us. No. I mean, we could always make a pickaxe. It's not actually that difficult. But for the time being, we're going through here. That's a mineral resource. It's a mineral resource. Don't you know? Can we actually fit through that? I don't know if we can. No, that's going to make the camera do sort of terrible things. No, no is the answer. So the little sea arch cave thingy, we can't get through there. That's a terrible thing. Yeah, alright, well, it's not that terrible actually. It's the opposite of terrible. It's vexing at most. Probably perplexing, but definitely not terrible. Another stick. Another stick. So we're just filling up our inventory. We need a minimum of 2 sticks to make a wall, like a half wall, and we need 4 usually to make floors and sort of ceilings and stuff. The sun, what's the time? 17:33, so it is getting late in the day. The sea is getting dark and unpleasant to be in. There is an interesting thing between Sea of Thieves and, like an interesting difference between Sea of Thieves and Stranded Deep, in that the sharks in Sea of Thieves, so this is another game that's being released by Rare. It's worth looking up. The sharks don't seem to be as crazy as they are in Stranded Deep. So if a shark sees you, it will throw itself on the shore like you're the last piece of man flesh in the world, and it's like, oh, I really want to nibble your pants, no? And you're like, no, shark, you stay in the sea, don't hop onto land, it's a stupid thing. Whereas the ones in Sea of Thieves just kind of, they're there occasionally. It's a strange thing, but I don't know, this water has a lot of weight to it in this game. Oh, who knows? It's 8:09. It's time to get the torch out. Boop. Torch is now out, and we are going. Well, we're going to need to. Spend the night here at least. We got a hobo stove with a lot of fuel in it. That's nice. So still has got a lot of water in it. There should be somewhere. Oh, we have a full inventory. All right. Let's get rid of the corrugated scrap. Let's send the torch back on. Let's pick up the kindling. There's no fuel in there, but we can turn the hobo stove on. That's going to give us some light. So if we do this, if we crouch, hold E, and then tap the left mouse button in the dark. It's very dark tonight, isn't it? Very dark indeed. Almost too dark. Spooky even. Is it going to light? Please say it's lighting. Ah. Do you remember the days when there used to be a lighter in the game? That was good. So we can throw the kindling down. Blam. We can stand on the hobo stove and it will warm our shins up because, yeah, you don't take heat damage. Well, at the moment you don't take heat damage. But if we hop down off here, you turn that off. There's one of the things I liked particularly about this island, let's get you over there, is just the way that we built a little shelter in the forest. It is nice. Every time building a little house or a little shelter in the forest, it's nice having the firelight just light up the underside of the trees. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, so we can definitely save, but can we sleep? Not yet. It's not efficient to sleep just yet. So we'll check our food and water sitch. Water is too far down to be talked about. So we'll stand next to the stove and we will warm ourselves up whilst filling up with water. All right. Well, what we can do is just go boop. Take that. Water up. Right. Cool. What else? And we need a little bit of food. Delicious. Right. Okay. So we are totally tippity top. This is. Oh, that's gonna be full. That's gonna be full. That's gonna be not so full. No, so this last one should be the empty one. Okay. So it seems to stack it with the empty one as the last one in your inventory if you put the item away and then pick it up. It's actually quite clever in that respect. So you don't fiddle and fumble around with empty containers going, oh, I really want to take a drink, but now just like, starving to death? No, what's the opposite? Dehydrating. I keep coming to this option, but I don't want to. Let's save and let's sleep. I was trying to push the don't do the button, but you have to hit cancel. And the light comes up on another. Well, it's not actually morning yet. It's an hour before morning, 5 o'clock. So yeah, we slept a little bit too early. But what we can do is put the. Oh, actually, what's the water sitch like? What has gone down overnight? I think was I reading one of the experimental updates, and they're balancing the water usage, water and food usage overnight. so that you don't use so much as you would just sort of running around during the day. That might be a handy thing. Nobody likes the Excel spreadsheet on their wrist. Nobody likes having to monitor the Excel spreadsheet. Some people like it. Some people like having to monitor the Excel spreadsheet, but not everyone. I don't like it. It's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt, me lads. So we'll put this out. It's not actually got that much fuel left in it, but that's fine. We can turn the torch on. The torch is now on. And we will avoid Mr. Krabs on the beach. I wonder if we should really take that with us. We can probably eat that last bit of food. Nope. So we've eaten the last bit of food. We can do this. We turn this on. Blam. Okay, so we can take the Dead X package with us. I wasn't planning on taking it, but why not? So we'll run through the dark. Through the dark. Through the dark. I was looking on the that was a sentence. That's what happens when you start a sentence and then your brain says, hang on a minute. Whoa, hold on, my friend, because we have some extra information for you. And I'm like, we? What, like the royal we? And the brain's like, yeah, no, totes. That's tours. No, the sun is coming up. Let's go and watch that for a second. So we'll just run over here. And here. Ooh. Nice. The sun rises on another day in the game. Delightful. No, the water is actually pretty decent, you know. Like times like this and you look out and you think you should be listening to the theme tune to Titanic or something. Which is yeah, it's a curious one. I mean, I'm not sure why they chose Ace of Spades by Motorhead for the Titanic theme tune, but it worked. It worked. So we will go this way, and we will load up the raft. The raft, delightful. Yeah. So if you wanted to keep up on the Stranded Deep progress, Beam Team has a Trello site available for all your informational needs, and that's where ideas and stuff go, so you can see exactly what is being planned, what's being worked on, and all that delightful stuff, which is good. How much space do we have? We could probably fit another stack of wood on this particular raft without, okay. And we've got some spaces. Okay, fine. That's all right. We could always just knock down a tree and take that with us. Might be worth just removing an entire tree, bringing it with us. What's in these crates? A lot of empty crates. This is what happens when you rob everything and you rob everything, and then you're like, oh, I don't actually have that much space in my inventory to take it all. So you just leave the crates behind. I wonder if the crates actually add to like the game memory footprint thingy. That'd be an interesting one to work out, and an interesting one whether you could like break the crates down and use them as firewood. Oh, that'd be brilliant. Or use them as like a building material, because you're like, oh, I don't need all these crates. There's so many of them. I could just burn them or turn them into walls or something. That would remove them as a physics object from the game. Yeah, that'd be pretty decent. So use the fire as a way of getting rid of extra objects that you don't need. That would be pretty decent, I think. Yeah, why not? So we're just going to chop this tree up. We're going to go chop it down into trunks, and we can just take the trunks. So the trunks are 4 sticks. So that's going to give us the material, but we don't need to actually. In fact, if we hit this, we're going to take palm. We turn the palm bunch into lots of little bits and pieces. Oh yeah, I changed the post-processing anti-aliasing. I think would I change it from SMAA to TXAA or TXAA to SMAA? I did something. I could actually already check. I could check that. I could check it real quick. Want me to check it? Let's check it. So here up options, graphics. So everything is basically all on. If we go to it's SMAA. So I changed the anti-aliasing from TXAA to SMAA, and now we don't get the ghost axe when I swing the axe, because there was a weird sort of ghosty effect, and also a ghosty effect on the water. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Are you just making an escape, like a bid for freedom? So if we pick this up, bloop, bloop, and bloop, and that means, oh, you know what? We've got loads of space in our inventory. We can actually take the entire tree. Done, 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 and done. I don't think the crab ever, I don't think the shark ever respawned on this particular island. I don't think it did. I think it just disappeared. So that's the thing. It was never meant to disappear. So if you make an island in the cartographer, sometimes weird things happen like that. I have noticed that if you put a shark in, sometimes it disappears under the land. Sometimes, not all the time, but it will. You know, can we maneuver this around? I'm not entirely sure. Let's do this. Yeah, sometimes the sharks will get halfway around an island and disappear, and sometimes they will you kill them and they will never respawn, but sometimes you kill them and they do respawn, and it's just like, what is the logic behind all of this? The answer is nobody knows. Where are we going? Are we going that way? That doesn't seem right. Or is it? Is that just the billboard messed up? Because that looks like cliffs over there. I think we are going this. Yeah, we're probably going this way, but we're looking at the wrong side of the island. Oh, this is a bit bumpy. I'm not going to lie, this is really, really bumpy. Oh boy. Oh yeah, those crates are bouncing around a little bit. Okay. So yeah, I think somebody was saying, it might be in the forums, I'm not entirely sure, but they were saying that the crate system was never meant to be this way. After they were added, people started just modifying the rafts and having the gap in the middle for just to hold these crates in place, and it's just enough to hold them. But yeah, you can get into a situation where they will just bounce out. They will fly, which is a bit of a funny thing. Oh my god! So we're going into the sort of direction of the waves. So the waves roll from one side of the map to the other, and whoa! Whoa, this is not pleasant. And if you head into them with a fast enough motor, you are going to bounce. This is not pleasant. This should calm down when we're close to the close to the island. Hopefully, there we go. So we just ram her ashore. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we can't interact with the sail, but we can. Oof. Okay. That's a thing. Let's get you out of the way. Is it on anything? Yeah, we're crouching, aren't we? Yeah, we are. It's always a good thing not to leave your raft in at a sort of odd angle, because it can just bounce around. So we've got a load of building material. We've also got, let's grab all of that. Good, brilliant. And oh, we can't put that away because we have too much stuff in our inventory. Nice. All right, good. So we're back on the island, and obviously the first thing we're going to do is interact with our shelter. Why are we interacting with our shelter? Cancel. Why are we interacting with the shelter? We could just interact with our house. I mean, the reason we went away was to do stuff with our house. That's all nicely watered. Yeah, some people are saying, hey, the fruit is moving around. Sometimes it's up in the air, sometimes it's in the ground. That's a bug. That's a bug. I think it's more of a bug in the experimental updates, which is one of the reasons we're not on experimental. So we're going to save, obviously, because we've just made a sea crossing, and we've made it, and all our stuff hasn't bounced around everywhere. We've got a load of stuff which we've brought back with us, which is nice. We have, I'm going to miss the gun emplacement. We don't have one of those on our new island. These things are a bit problematic when you are building an island. Sometimes you put one in the cartographer or the map editor, and they just won't turn up. They won't show up. You should probably put them as the first object for your world. Nice. Okay. So in terms of food and water, we are okay. We are healthy. It is 10:50, and we've survived 115 days on this map. You know what? I'm going to be glad when we get to reset the world, because I'm looking forward to the new crafting materials, which building, rafts, farming, story. Ooh, oh yeah, that was the story stuff. Medical. So this should be more populated. We don't have aloe. We can get hold of a coconut, but that would make, the salve. But we can make things like shark repellent and all that sort of stuff. So that's what we're waiting for. But you know what? I'm going to leave it there. So if you like the series, definitely leave a little like, leave a little subscribe. And you know what? I will catch you next time.